Hi, my name is Becky, and I'm a volunteer with Youth Night. I work with the high school students, and I've been a volunteer since this fall. And I get to do the weekly update this week, which is super exciting. I feel like there's so many things that I could say and share. Um, but one of the biggest things that I've been going through this week is that I have returned back to work. I was off of work for a whole month, which was super, super nice and super, um, just a huge blessing to be able to take so much time off. And yeah, I'm going through a lot of changes right now at work with COVID-19. That's changed a lot of our dynamics and just how we run things, as well as I've started a new position, and that's been interesting, and it's been good, and it's been challenging, and I still don't know what I'm really doing, but it's okay. So, yeah, that's just been good and hard at the same time. And I think that, yeah, I've gone through a lot of change even before all the COVID-19 stuff has happened. I've changed jobs 3 times at my workplace, different positions, and I took a leave of absence, and that was super unexpected. And a lot of things has just been changing around me that I haven't been able to control. And I feel like God is really calling me to rest, and I keep hearing him tell me over and over and over to rest, to rest, to rest. And it started this summer when um Jason Van Hove had talked about Sabbaths, and that really challenged me of having one day a week where I'm spending it with the Lord, and letting him have my time, and putting that day aside to intentionally be with him. And then Corey also talked about it, I think in November. And then they talked about it when I was in Mexico City. That was one of the sermons that they talked, or one of the verses that they used, or I guess that was the topic that they were using when they were doing their church service. And then Kent also brought up this verse I've been hearing over and over again. And so that is Matthew 11:28-30. And this is Jesus talking. He's saying, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And I just yeah, it's just such a good verse. And I just keep hearing it over and over again. So I know the Lord is wanting to do something with it. I don't know what. I'm assuming to rest, because that's what it's about. But I feel I just continue to hear this invitation, and literally the very first, or verse 28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He is literally saying, "Come to me and I will give you the rest." All you have to do is come to me and take my yoke, learn from me. You will have rest for your souls. And so I think as Christians, it's really easy for us to spend time in things that aren't focusing our minds and our hearts on God. And so I just really want to encourage you guys, through all this change, he wants you to rest. It feels like you need to do something, and sometimes the best thing to do is to just rest. And I feel that's just really hard for me, because it's I always want to do and want to fix and want to improve, where sometimes that's just not what's needed. Sometimes it's literally just resting with the Lord. And I also think that that looks very different for all of us. And so I just want to encourage you guys this week to set aside time to really be with him.
I was running, I was searching, but every place I turned for healing left me more broken than the last. Take me back.